Hey nerds, support Venture Forth over on our Patreon and unlock exclusive bonus content. Now on to the show.
Hi, I'm Flynn.
Kellic.
Oma.
Thessaly.
Zika.
And I'm your DM, Ethan. Welcome to Venture Forth. Previously, you all had begun your interrogation of Amara, Zergath, and Pyros. You all had cast some truth-saying spells upon them, as Amara seemed a little bit more willing than Zergath, although you ended up actually getting a bit of information out of both of them. They divulged a little bit of the plan, as well as the next steps of the Order of the Red Wolf, and as you all finished asking them their questions, Hayfried pushed their platforms out back into the void. As you all came together and begun deciding what your next steps were, Timmy burst into the void, drenched in water, and said, guys, I think you guys should come out and see this.
Timmy?
Yeah, something's happening outside.
Why are you wet?
It's raining outside, heavy rain.
I don't know if I want to go out if it's raining still.
What's the matter, Timmy? Is everything all right?
Yeah, I don't know what they are, but some creatures just came up and they're attacking. They're attacking Marstok.
Let's go. Let's go.
I
Gotta go
run
now.
that way.
Yeah?
What kind of creatures?
I don't know, I didn't see them.
Let's do it.
As you all
Running.
run out of the void. You all run out of the void and you are greeted by the interior of Hayfried's home. And immediately you hear the downpour of rain outside. It's this constant, almost low rumble. And as you burst out of Hayfried's house and look down the street, the opposite way of Hayfried's temple on the left, you look down this one main road and you can see two clouds of what looks like steam. You can see these massive clouds of steam, probably 30, maybe even 40 feet across, obscuring what's inside. But inside, you can just barely see an orange and red glow. A massive orange and red glow. You can see two of them.
Uh-oh. Guys? Are these the faces we've been seeing in the clouds?
We've been seeing
What faces?
You didn't see those?
No.
They were like when we got back from the mine. They were in the sky. You don't remember?
What? What are you talking about, Oma? That thing was in the sky above the mine at our hand?
I mean, something was in the sky, in the clouds, in the rain.
And as you look down the street, there is one of these amorphous figures. You can't see beyond the steam, but you can see the orange and red glow interior. And what you can see is a massive sword reach up from the cloud of steam as it wham slams down and chops off an entire corner of a building in front of you.
Jeez.
And as the sword slices through this building as if nothing was there, the swing meets the ground and shakes the entire ground around you.
Do these remind us at all of the wind elementals?
No, they do not.
Okay.
Does it remind us of the things we fought in the mines? Or ran from in the mines, more
Make
accurately?
a perception check.
I do have
Flynn.
this in my book, I think.
Yes, so make a perception check.
Okay. That would be 25.
25. Looking, you immediately see that there is an orange and red glow from within. And you can start to pick out the shape and the size of it as you know that this is most definitely two fire giants. And as the torrential downpour is hitting their skin, it's immediately turning to steam and obscuring their forms.
So cool.
Oh.
Oma, I think you might be onto something with the mines. This might be the things that we ran from.
You... A giant?
Yeah.
And as you guys continue your conversation, you can begin to hear screams from within each of the buildings as you can see people pressing their faces up against the windows at the front of their homes and at the front of the stores and seeing these creatures outside. Some of them bolt out of their homes and bolt out of the stores. Some of them seem to be barricading themselves in the structures, but some of them begin like crossing the street and attempting to run away. What are you all doing?
Running towards the closest disturbance. Closest screams, the closest combat.
I would like to interpose myself between this thing and the people as wherever possible.
At the moment, there are two that you can see. There's one on the main road here, and then there's one sort of on the opposite other side of this row of buildings. And as you all are beginning to run up, I'm going to have everyone roll initiative.
I was gonna say, like, as we're moving up, I would love to just kind of say to Thessaly and take a hand and put it on her shoulder and say, "They are nothing if not interesting." And you would feel a familiar jolt of energy in which you get a advantage on your next initiative roll.
Wow. Okay.
Just a
big.
Quick question for the DM.
Thessaly.
Quick question for the DM.
Yeah.
Have we short rested at all since I've gotten back?
You have not. No.
Good to know.
Classic Flynn.
Okay, we're great.
Oh,
Don't even worry about it.
All right. Flynn, what's your initiative?
17.
Okay. Kellic.
10.
Olma.
22.
Nice. Thessaly.
19.
And Seeker.
9.
Okay, Olma. You get the first action here, and as you're looking down, these creatures are still a bit of distance away. You can see them. You can see the cloud of steam really easily, and you can see that it's a couple of buildings down. You're going to have to run a little bit if you want to close the distance.
Do they look really angry?
They're attacking buildings. You can't you can't through the steam really even make out a form, let alone facial expressions.
Oh man. I'm gonna run. I guess I'm gonna Kellic, Flynn, what are we supposed to do? And I'm gonna run forward in front of the building in front of me.
Okay.
And kind of in that alleyway that I see to my left, I'm gonna duck in there and hold an action.
Okay, what action are you holding?
I'm holding just a second level chaos bolt until I know that we're supposed to be attacking.
Okay.
So not until they do something, but until I am clear that we are.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Thessaly, you're looking down. You just saw this thing take a huge chunk out of a building. What are you doing?
The one that's on the opposite side of the building, sort of obstructed in that far corner. How far am I from that one?
You are, let me see. You are about 80 feet away.
Okay. I would...
And as you're looking, you can pretty much at this point just see sort of glowing what would be sort of the head and the shoulders over this building as they are mostly obscured.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
Okay. I am going to... So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and draw my longsword, bring it into my hands, clasp it. That same sort of silvery, like moonlight energy that everyone saw earlier to cast the Zone of Truth, like echoes out again. And I'm going to cast Aid. And I'm going to get Kellic, Flynn, and Seeker in that. So it increases everyone by 5 temporary HP to your maximum hit points. And that will that will be my action, and then I'm going to use my movement to get as close as I can to that duck into this not the first alleyway I come across, but the second one, so that I'm more in its direct line of sight, and get as close as I can.
Okay, how much movement do you have?
I have 30 feet.
Okay, you are just able to get, you're almost able to get there. Just a couple more strides and you'll be able to have this thing in your eye line. All right, that is the end of Thessaly's turn. Flynn, what are you doing?
I would like to run up. Remind me. I see this chaos to, I guess, my left. Whatever the closest chaos is, I'll run up, make my way towards that chaos to try and intervene. And on the way, if I'm running by any buildings, I'd like to try and get into a window or run past a door. And do I see people inside the building that is being just demolished?
In the amount of time that you'd be able to run, you would be able to just look into this one building that looks like a home. It's directly next to Hayfried's house.
Okay.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Just because it has been raining, the windows are getting a little bit fogged, so you don't have a perfect line of sight, but we'll see what you see.
You said a perception?
Perception.
26, actually.
26.
Yeah.
Woo.
Okay. You look inside, and you can see that there is that there appears to be two dwarven men inside, and they're sort of like hunkered together near the fireplace on the opposite corner of the home.
I'd like to just kind of, when I notice them, get out now before it's too late. Hurry, run. We'll try and take care of this. Go.
Okay, and you see that they see you, and in a sort of moment of panic, you can see they sort of like freeze for a second before looking back and forth at each other, and then sort of putting their hands underneath them to get up and run.
And then if I could, I'd like to just use my action to just get even closer to this thing of chaos to try and intervene and keep it from doing any more destruction.
Okay. You have 25 feet of movement, right? 50
yeah, 25
okay.
total. So however long it took me to get to that building, and then however closer I can get to the closest enemy, I'd like to use the rest of my movement.
Okay, you run right past Olma. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, whichever one is like right.
Two right there.
What do I think is the
So
most?
do you want to cross? You want to cross the street?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. My understanding, is that just like an alleyway?
It's just an alleyway.
Whatever I feel like is the more imminent threat, I'll say that. If I think it's that
up to
one.
you. They're both attacking buildings.
Which one is Thessaly running towards? Does it seem?
Thessaly seems to be running towards the one that is on the opposite side of the buildings, not the one that you have a direct eye line on.
I'll go for that one, and I'll stick with her because I see that she's got like a melee weapon, and I'll try and stick with her. So I'll go towards the one that she's going to.
Okay.
But what are we doing? Are we fighting?
And then I guess if I did hear her say that, so after I'm yelling at the dwarves, I'm just saying, protect the citizens! Whatever we can do, get everyone out safe! That's what I'll say. That's my turn.
Would Olma take that as a sign to attack?
No.
No. Okay.
Not yet. No.
All right. Next up,
Oh, I see.
the fire giant that is that Flynn and Thessaly are currently running towards. They are going to use their movement to walk up to this the building that they are closest towards. It looks sort of like a general store from what you can see on the outside. And this one, it's tough to see because they're behind a building as well as shrouded by all of this steam, but you see some sort of weapon being raised over their head and plunged down. None of you from where you are, because it's the back of the building, none of you can see if they made contact with the building itself or something that's there, but you do feel the shake in the ground as their weapon impacts. Next up, Kellic.
That building that was just struck, do I have enough movement to get around to see the result of that impact? I want to...
You would have
Sprint.
to sprint. You'd be able to get halfway down the alleyway in order to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll use my action
Why not?
to sprint. I want to see if there was any person in that wreckage of that attack.
Okay. You just round the corner, and you can see, as if the entirety of the back wall was completely sliced off. You can see the entire interior of this 2-story building. You don't see any people in the wreckage, though, currently.
Okay. Can I see, now that I have a good full view of this giant, can I try to assess what the intent is beyond just smashing this thing? Or if it's like...
It is very heavily obscured from the steam. You can barely even see the form within.
Okay.
You can't see any distinguishing factors, no features of it. You just generally get that this is probably a fire giant. Or at least something large made of fire.
Right. Well...
Got any bonus actions?
I sure do. I'll stop you one way or another. Interficium in Cormeum! I'll cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Level 4.
Nice. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Could I hear
Where
him
are
yell?
you casting that, and what is it looking like?
I'll put it right between me and this giant that I've now basically put myself right in front of. I'll drag my hand across the air in front of me and tear this rift of fabric open in the veil, in the weave, and through it comes this long, slender silver dagger that is just brimming with flames and that are quickly diminishing into embers, like just a snowstorm of embers.
Okay, nice. You
And
now
that's gonna make an attack.
Okay.
That is a 15 to hit.
That is actually, because the creature is heavily obscured, that is going to be at disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay, 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
Okay.
As you can see as this dagger swings, it sort of parts the steam for just a moment before the steam then collapses in once more. But yeah, this thing is very heavily obscured.
Okie dokie. That's my turn.
Next up.
Could I see that? Could I see him attack? Or hear him yell?
You probably wouldn't be able to see it, but you would be able to hear it. And knowing that this is an offensive spell that Kalik is casting, yes, you would be able to surmise that there's an attack.
Awesome. Then I will hear that. Oh, okay, we're doing this? Okay. And I had held a Chaos Bolt at second level.
Okay.
I have 120 feet. I think I'm within that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Pull my hands together. Take a deep breath. Remember what Hayfried told me. And as I let loose my hands, I say, I will not be mean to Flynn. And I cast my Chaos Bolt.
What a war cry.
Love that.
Okay, you cast your Chaos Bolt. You are 60 feet away from this fire giant. And yeah, so is that an attack roll?
It's an attack roll, yeah.
Okay.
That is a 17 to hit.
That's a disadvantage.
That is at disadvantage as well.
That is a 9 to hit.
9 does not hit, unfortunately. I'm going to have you roll your wild magic.
6.
What's it at?
6.
No!
That's 6.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a
So
lot.
the wild magic goes off.
Yo.
But I said I'll be nice to Flynn.
Just try.
I was trying to focus.
Okay, let me pull this up.
But did you mean it?
Yeah.
I guess not.
Oh.
Dang.
I'm going to be rolling
I'm new at meditating.
for this. Oh, I love this. This is my
Oh
favorite.
my god, I hate this.
This is not our favorite.
I have anxiety.
It gives me so much anxiety.
Welcome
Secret's
to the
fine, you know.
club.
Of course,
What's
I'm
going
so
on?
close to Flynn.
worried about the
I'm
big-
so close.
Are you? No, don't be doing that.
There's trouble? What's happening?
Great.
Okay.
He laughs.
I am going to have you make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Bro.
Do I know what I have to beat?
Alma becomes possessed by Pasternak.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Just a wisdom?
Yep.
That is a 14.
What is your spell save DC?
15.
Okay. Oma, you feel this surge of energy from within you, and your mind almost involuntarily is cast back to when Shreya was inhabiting your body. And all of a sudden, your mind gets lashed onto that thought as feathers start popping out from your body all over.
What?
Oh,
As you
wow.
feel yourself beginning to shrink and fall down. And in the next moment, you look at yourself and you are standing there. You are a raven. You have transformed into a raven.
Oh, okay.
And that is the end of your turn. So,
There's no way she's within 10 feet of me, right?
no.
No.
No. Okay, Oma is a raven. For how long, you do not know.
No.
Yeah, I love this. Okay, Seeker. Right before your eyes, a little girl just turned into a raven. What are you doing?
Can you see me? Because I'm between the two buildings. Can
Oh, yeah,
anybody
can
see
I
me?
see her?
Oh, no. You would just be out of
Just out of vision.
eyeline. So no one saw it, except for, well, no, Flynn wouldn't turn around for that. But,
Yeah, I'd be running this way, so I don't see what's
yeah,
going on.
Seeker, what are you doing?
It's like, I'm running. I look so cool.
I'm a cool guy. I got my sword now.
I am gonna say to myself, okay, must be fast. And just like a very faint purplish flame kind of envelops my entire body for just like a moment. And I cast Longstrider on myself, so I'm a little bit faster.
Okay,
And
nice.
I take off first towards Thessaly and then turn down the alley where I saw Kalek go. And as I'm exiting the main road, I will yell back to Thessaly, Thessaly, it is absolutely storming. We should try to flank it. And oh my God.
Okay. I don't know what else to do. Go, run. I'm so freaking out right now.
And I'm going to go as far towards Kalek as possible. My new movement.
Yeah, what's your
40.
new movement? 40? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you would just be able to get about halfway down that alleyway.
I'm going to dash.
You'd be able to get out of the alleyway.
Yeah. What could go wrong? Let's do it.
Okay, you storm past Kellic.
A lot could go wrong.
Like a good.
Okay, wait. So as I come out of the alleyway and see this thing, what? So I'm just seeing the.
You see a massive cloud of steam.
Yeah.
And its size is just immense, standing before you, and you can sort of smell. It almost smells like a blacksmith's station, almost like this hot metal being cooled rapidly. And yeah, you see this massive creature in front of you.
Kalek, are you ready?
Ready for what?
I point.
As I cradle my arm, like having just used my arm to cast a spell and now desperately trying to dry it off from the water. Do I look ready to you? We'll have to do it.
Yes. And that'll be me. I'm not gonna use any bonus actions right now.
Okay. All right.
Oh wait, that's actually might not be true. Hold on. I think I'm gonna take a bonus.
Bonus.
A
Wait.
bonus. Oh, dash again.
What was would you take haste? What was that?
Long strider.
Long strider,
So it's-
okay.
Yeah, it's added 10 to my
Gotcha.
Nice.
speed. I'm. You know what? I'll stay. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Next up, this fire giant that's still on the main road doesn't seem to take much mind of all the new creatures running around. Really doesn't seem to care too much. It is going to
Good sign.
make another attack at this building that's right in front of it. Yeah, it's gonna. You once again, Flynn, as you sort of like are running, you look down and you see this massive sword swing through, cutting the steam above them as they land another hit on the building in front of them.
Okay.
And as they do, it slices right through, once again shaking the ground as it hits the ground. But this time, you can start to hear creaking within the building itself, almost as if the support structures within are beginning to give.
Okay.
Next up. Olma, what are you doing?
If I'm gonna look at my feet and try to pick up my feet, but they're little bird feet. It's raining. Can I try to fly?
Yeah, you definitely can. As a raven, you have a 50-foot fly speed.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm gonna try to flap my wings really hard.
Okay.
And I know I'm Olma. I don't think I'm a bird. Or do I think I'm a bird?
You are currently under the polymorph spell, so you are aware that you are Olma.
Okay. I'm gonna fly towards Flynn, I guess.
Okay.
Get out here!
I just like flap at his face.
Oh!
And as a raven, I can do mimicry.
Yes, you can.
So I'm gonna try to mimic the sounds of whispering humans.
Why?
Okay.
Because that's something I can do. As a person such as a person whispering.
Mhm.
So can I, when I do that, DM, am I allowed to like whisper mimics of like what, like?
I'm gonna say you wouldn't be able to get out like full words. But it would sound like people. What is this?
Wild magic.
Wild magic.
What is going
I am going to have Flynn
Sure. Yeah, that's yeah.
Yep.
make
yep.
an insight check at advantage.
on? Okay.
Nice.
Advantage?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. To try
You're
to understand what is happening.
Insight. Okay. Total of 20.
As you see this raven, you think that, and you look back and you see that Olma's no longer in the alleyway. And you think to yourself, knowing her abilities, it's not out of the realm of possibility that she just turned herself into a raven. And is trying to communicate.
Oh, Olma? What did you do? I don't know how to help.
And I'm going to say that's the end of Olma's turn. I'm going to call it.
Oh boy.
What a time to
All
be
right.
alive.
Thessaly, what are you doing?
Okay, so I just watched Kellig run off, fire giant like take down one building, Seeker ran past me. There's a raven maybe attacking Flynn and having a weird conversation.
Fair assessment, yeah.
I'm gonna take like just a millisecond and just reduce the panic because this is not the kind of chaos I'm used to, and I'm gonna focus in.
And I am going to dash to get as close as I can to the fire giant that is in the main street. I'm no longer going for the same one. Because I just watched it, like, do structural damage.
Okay, you would just be able to get into the cloud of steam, barreling forward. Yeah, you're just getting into the cloud of steam.
Okay, and that's if I'm dashing, I'm assuming.
That is if you are
Okay.
dashing.
And then I'm gonna I'm going to use my bonus action to channel divinity and invoke Vow of Enmity. So I can choose one creature that I can see within 10 feet of me. Can I see it technically with its mist?
Yes. Now that you are sort of inside the mist,
okay.
you can pick out the general shape of the creature. Yeah, I'll say you can see it.
I see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I see it enough.
It's still heavily obscured, but
Right.
you can see the creature.
I understand that. Okay, cool. So I gain advantage on attack rolls against it for 1 minute or until it drops to 0 HP or falls unconscious.
Okay. That'll be helpful.
And then and then if I can take a free action to yell something at it. Okay. I'm going to say, hey, you big fireball, look over here.
Okay. All right, Flynn.
I don't know what to do. I'm gonna help her, and I'm gonna just run off and help. I'm seeing Thessaly go for this one. I'm gonna see her go into the mist.
I have put myself on his shoulder
Okay.
as part of like I am on him. So
Easy
wherever
enough.
He goes,
You're
I'm
along for the ride.
flush.
Sure. And I will. I think use everything to get there. And as I get close enough, I will bonus action summon my sword.
Okay, nice. You are actually able to get within within striking distance of this creature if you'd like to.
Is that with just my movement, or do I have
That
to
is
use my
just,
action?
or that is dashing.
Okay.
That is including.
So if I dash, okay. I will. Could I not be in the cloud yet? Let's say that.
Sure, you can
I'll
stop.
Just be outside.
You can stop a couple feet
yeah,
short.
I'll stop right around where I saw Thessaly go in. I'll just stop and kind of compose myself and get ready and give a little switch to the Raven.
As you look in, Thessaly is right within the steam. It's not a complete obscurity. Like you can still see where Thessaly is.
Okay.
It's just sort of obscuring your vision.
Got it.
Okay. Next up, you've got a fire giant.
No.
Oh, we lost.
Do we though?
We don't have to.
Okay, this fire giant that is over with Kellic and Seeker. Seeing that this rift has been opened and seeing Kellic's spiritual weapon, it is going to almost like step over the spiritual weapon to get to Kellic.
Wherever its like limbs move through that void, it like dematerializes and rematerializes like a swarm of hornets.
That's
Nice.
cool.
Okay.
That's really cool.
And it is, let's see, what's it going to do? It is going to lift up its weapon. At this point, you still can't even see what it is. And it is going to raise it up over its head, grip it with both hands, and make a huge slam down towards Kellic.
No.
That first attack
No.
is going to be a 16 to hit.
Check.
It hits.
No.
Okay. That is going to be 14 points of piercing damage. As this thing is coming down, you can see that it is this massive pickaxe, and it's coming down at you with the pick part of it.
So I'm just able to like interpose my shield as I look up from my arm that I'm shaking the water off, and I just fall over to the side of it as I'm like getting knocked into the ground with the force of it.
And the next attack, as it swings it back around and sort of comes at a side swing at you, that's going to be a 13 to hit.
That misses.
That misses.
I
Nice,
just sort
nice.
of tumble out of the way of the second strike now that I'm
Okay.
aware of its misty destruction.
Misty destruction.
All right. That is going to be its turn. Next up, Kellic.
Right, it's like that then. I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
What are you doing?
Do
Do
it.
it.
As I sort of finally hit the last drips as I'm sheltering my arm underneath my cloak, I'm going to place, sort of like shifting my cloak over myself, place my hand on my heart, and embers start leaking out from my hand where it is and begin to blossom and bloom further and further out from this center. And eventually they form sort of a swirling sphere, a sort of malleable swirling sphere. Contege. I'm going to cast Anti-Life Shell,
What?
What's that?
Ooh.
which Shimmering Barrier extends out from you at a 10-foot radius and moves with you, remaining centered on you and hedging out creatures other than undead and constructs. So I believe that pushes this thing 10 feet from me.
It is a 10-foot radius, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it just pushes it away from you?
Yeah, if I move within if I move so that an affected creature is forced to pass through the barrier, the spell ends. But I think when I cast it is not the same. That's up to your ruling, I guess.
I'll rule
It says
in your
it
favor.
hedges them out, so I assume it's.
Oh, if it hedges them out, that makes sense.
It pushes, I would
Yeah.
think, at least on casting, and then.
Yeah, it is. As soon as you cast it, it is pushed 10 feet away.
Nice.
As these embers just kind of swatted it, just forcing it out, almost like a physical barrier. And then I'm going to command my spiritual weapon to take another strike at this thing.
Okay.
I gotta ask, does it push me?
Oh, it might.
It might, because it doesn't discriminate, I don't think.
Pushes you there, yeah.
Hedging out creatures other than undead and constructs.
Okay, yeah. Seeker, you're pushed back 5 feet.
Okay. Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, no kidding.
And as this thing apparates out, you can see it it makes an indentation into the steam as well. And you can see this wall of steam that's sort of barricaded up.
Yeah.
Okay, make an attack roll at disadvantage.
Okay. 14.
That does not hit.
Okay. Once again, swing and a miss.
All right. Next up, Seeker. You're just pushed back 5 feet. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my short sword, and that last move changes what I wanted to do. I'm gonna try to.
You are 20 feet away from it, so if you wanted to attack, you would be able to run up and do so.
Yeah. So sure. God, I can't do that. Yeah, why not? Let's let us. So I'll pull out my short sword and I will stab it into the ground in front of me, and on the handle I will place my hands in sort of a prayer type stance, and they will start to glow purple slightly, and I will yell Hayame, and I will shoot a purple streak of lightning towards it, just trying to hit it.
Okay. Is that an attack roll on your end or mine?
It is an attack roll on my end.
Okay, that is going to be at disadvantage.
Yes, it is. 15 plus.
That's rough.
Darn.
Enough.
Almost.
That ain't enough. So it misses.
Yeah, okay. All right, next up. Fire Giant sees that Thessaly and Flynn are running up towards it. It is going to turn its attention, make one giant step towards the both of you. Thessaly, it is going to swing its sword right at you as this massive sword, longer than the length of your body, comes barreling down on you. That is going to be a 29 to hit.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay.
Holy cow.
Yikes.
Okay. What I want.
Gonna be okay. Probably.
That is going to be 11 points of slashing damage, and then an additional 5 points of fire damage. As this thing swings at you, and as the sword passes, you can feel the heat radiating off of the sword. Next up, it's going to make an attack at Flynn and Olma.
I'm just a little wee thing.
5
5 points
I
of
think it
fire.
was 16 total, right?
I was that?
I think it was 11 and 5. I can't remember.
It was 11.
Okay.
Okay, for both Flynn and Oma,
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
that's going to be a 23 to hit.
Hold, please.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That hits.
I think I can. Hold on.
Can you get your AC up to 23?
Yeah, I can get up to. So as I see, well, this is a question for you, I guess.
If you cast shield, it's not going over Oma.
No, yeah. It doesn't say anything about C. It's just a reaction. So yeah, I'll just raise my hand up, and as I do, that shimmering force kind of just encompasses me, but not my shoulder, unfortunately.
Okay.
Just where the thing's striking, and it kind of glances off.
All right. So that misses, but then as it glances off, it just hits Oma.
Can I use a reaction?
Yeah.
I'd like to use interception.
Ooh.
Wait.
So that, because she's on his shoulder, right? So they're
That is
within
correct.
5 feet of me. So
Yeah.
when a creature I see hits a target other than you within 5 feet, I can use my reaction to reduce the damage the target takes by 1d10 plus 4 to a minimum of 0.
Since I'm in there, she can kind of see it happening, right?
Oh, yeah. It's right next to you.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay. So that's 1d10 plus 4. So, Thessaly, I'm going to have you roll 1d10 plus 4.
Six.
6? Okay, so for Oma, this is going to be
It's like half the attack, potentially. That's awesome.
16 points of slashing damage, and then an additional 3 points of fire damage. As soon as this sword makes contact with you, Oma, you feel yourself pop back into existence, and Flynn, you feel this like heavy weight on your shoulder as Oma falls down to the ground right next to you.
are you okay?
Sploosh of all the water and mud.
Oma, I'm gonna have you make a acrobatics check.
Oh boy.
See if you land on your feet.
16.
Oh yeah, you land right on your feet.
There we go.
You cough up a couple feathers.
How much damage does Oma take? I'm sorry, I just don't understand.
Was it 12?
Oh, that
Was that minus
It
the
was
10
19
though?
total.
it was 16 plus 3.
So 19.
Minus 6.
Minus
6.
6,
So
right?
13.
13
1 to take you
minus
out.
another 1, so
So
that's
12.
12.
So 12, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
12 total.
You just reduced your hit points to 12.
Don't do that.
Okay, that is that fire giant's turn. Next up, you all hear
Uh-huh.
No.
2 fire giants, I think.
as you see 2 more
Great.
fire giants rounding the corner and making their way down the main street. You don't even see the fire giants at first, just the wave of steam that comes in before them as all of a sudden 2 more fire giants.
No.
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 Did Hayfried come out of the goopy void with us?
He did not.
Cool. Thanks, buddy.
He's chilling.
It's fine. It's just your town.
Okay, next up, Oma, you just landed on your feet.
Hey!
There we go.
You're a person again. What are you doing?
What was that?
I have no idea.
I don't want to be in this cloud. So the building next to me, how tall is that?
It looks to be a single-story building. Yeah, it's about 10 to 15 feet.
Cool. I'm gonna use a bonus action to expend a key point to do Step of the Wind.
Okay.
And I'm going to jump.
Easy enough. You get to the top of the
onto
building.
Yeah, on top of the building.
Nice.
I kind of flap my wings a little bit. I don't have wings though, so I kind of flap my arms a little bit. And I'm gonna look down at my hands. And I'm gonna look at the fire giant next to me. Okay, so I'm going to, I guess, yeah, Chaos Bolt is the only one I can use, basically, and there's a chance of that having fire. I will pull my hands, clap my hands together again. I'll close my eyes, I'll think to Hayfried's book, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna think before I act, and let loose a fire, a chaos bolt again.
Okay, make
at
an attack roll.
level 2.
At disadvantage.
No, I don't want yours.
Oh, none of them?
No, yours are
Okay ones.
no.
No.
Lame, dude. It was a 20 and a 5.
Oh no.
Okay,
the worst. I would
uh,
say my die rolled the 20. I'm just saying.
that is a 12 to hit.
A 12 does not hit.
No.
No.
8 for wild magic.
Okay.
Jesus,
At least
I
you're not a
cannot
raven.
roll.
At least you're not a raven.
Yeah, right. Hey, there we go.
Desley.
Well, if I was a raven, I was gonna poke its eyes out
There we
this
go.
turn.
There we go.
Desley, what are you doing?
Okay. So I'm in the mist. Can I see it? It's right in front of me, right? Can I see
is
it pretty clearly?
right in front of you. Yes.
Okay. So I am gonna take that hit like a champ, honestly, grip my teeth and just barely restrain, like yelling out in pain. And then I'm mad. And making sure, just quick glance back, make sure Olmo's okay. And now I'm going to reach out first with the short sword, and I am going to stab where can I see like a thigh or like a lower leg?
Yeah. You're right up against one of its legs.
I'm going right for its thigh, and I'm going to. Okay, so since I'm not at disadvantage, my advantage is in effect, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh boy.
14.
14 does not hit.
Gosh.
Holy crap.
We are
Oh.
struggling.
As you swing, you feel it before you even see it. This heavy plated armor over its leg. You make contact, but like the reverberations through the sword indicate that you did not do any damage.
Second attack with the longsword. This time coming like just whirling around, other arm coming in just for the same thing.
Okay.
Okay. So that,
Yeah.
A 22 hits. Yeah.
Yay!
We need this.
Yeah.
All right. So I
Finally.
am gonna go ahead and pour a divine smite into that.
Yeah. There you go.
Pour it right
so-
in.
What does that look
Yeah,
like?
you are.
That is so like my eyes flash like almost pure silver, and it's almost like for a second like they're coated in like this weird kind of fire, and then that like echoes into my blade, and as I like pierce through the armor, like the flesh of the giant, it's gonna like radiate into it. And
Okay. What's that damage?
okay. So that's 5 points of slashing,
Nice.
Okay.
and that is 8 points of radiant.
Okay.
Nice.
13 points total. And it disappears.
It starts crying.
And I'm just gonna like look straight up at it and sort of like clang both of my weapons together just to like try to keep its attention.
Yeah.
Okay. Next
It
up.
turns into a raven.
Next up, Flynn.
Seeing this steam or smoke or whatever is causing a lot of problems. Feeling, maybe not seeing, but Olmo is not near us anymore.
Correct.
Seeing my new friend attacking, I'm going to step forward towards this beast. Be a lot easier to see you. And I'll rub my fingers together, gritting through the pain of the fresh tattoos. I focus in, and the evocation tattoo glows. And I remember from training, I put my fingers behind near the heel, swipe up and around, and I cast Warding Wind. As the wind around me starts to pick up as my hand moves around my body, and I will cast Warding Wind, and the wind starts picking up and going in a circle.
Okay. How long does that last?
So that lasts for 10 minutes, and it's
okay.
centered on me as I move. It deafens all creatures in the area of a 10-foot radius. It extinguishes unprotected flames in that area. It hedges out vapor, gas, and fog that can be dispersed by a strong wind.
Okay.
Nice.
And then ranged
Thessaly-
attacks are bad.
Thessaly, you're within that too. So Thessaly, you are deaf for the remainder of
Alrighty.
your time next to Flynn. As the steam completely vanishes around you, Thessaly, for the first time, completely clearly, you can see this fire giant in front of you. Olma, you now have a clear line of sight.
Oh man, it's big. And that's my turn.
Okay. Next up, these two fire giants who have just entered the scene. They turn around the corner and they see the fight that is currently happening. They pick up their speed as they barrel down.
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
As everyone can just feel the impact of their feet running down this singular road. As all of a sudden, everyone except for Thessaly actually, make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Flynn, you have an extra +5 to that saving
Natural
throw
20.
because of my aura of protection.
Let's go. What does that feel like, your aura of protection, when I step next to you?
It's this like comforting sort of energy that just like radiates off me and sort of like affects you as well.
Okay, and it was what kind of...
Constitution. Kellic.
19.
19, okay. Olma was a natural 20.
27.
Thessaly, you don't have to make this.
Oh.
5.
5, okay, for Seeker, and
23.
23.
No, not okay for Seeker.
Okay.
Not okay at all.
Actually, okay, everyone except for Seeker saves. Seeker, for the next
No.
2 rounds, you are completely deafened as you hear the loudest crack of thunder that you have ever heard. Everyone else has to brace themselves and immediately puts their hands up towards their ears as a blinding white light surges around you. And Thessaly, Flynn, and Olma, in front of you, you see the biggest bolt of lightning you have ever seen, like probably 20 feet in diameter. Bolt of lightning shoots down from the sky, and in between all of the fire giants, as all the electricity settles, you see standing there a massive blue and white figure, armored. A storm giant apparates in the middle of this chaos. The storm giant apparates with the fire giant that Thessaly and Flynn are attacking at its back. The 2 new giants that are storming up stop. They completely stumble to a halt as this storm giant takes out a massive sword from behind its back and takes a huge swing at the 2 fire giants.
Yes! What?
What's going on?
I don't know what's happening.
There's a storm giant fighting the fire giants?
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, as it swings, it's this massive sword around. You can see this gigantic, like, flowing beard move along with the wind and the storm as the rain is coming down. It is going to, make one attack towards one of the fire giants. And that is going to be 32 to hit.
Oh, man.
Dealing 29 points of slashing damage, plus an additional
That hurts.
9 points of thunder damage as it cuts into the side of one of these fire giants, burying itself almost half a sword's width into it. It turns to the other one, yanks its sword out, and steps forward with a massive kick towards the other fire giant's chest.
Nice.
Yeah, that's going to be a 25 to hit. Pushing that fire giant back 10 feet and knocking it prone as this second fire giant stumbles back and completely falls down. Next up.
Okay.
Never mind, that's what I saw.
Next up, the fire giant that Kellic and Seeker are currently in combat with. Let me roll. Yeah, its entire turn is consumed by its distraction of the massive lightning bolt that just came down. and you can see just in its movements, it's sort of jolting around almost in like a nervous twitch. Kellic, what are you doing?
I turn to Seeker.
What in the hell is this going on?
Can I read his lip?
Yes.
Can I make a lip reading roll?
I want to say in this brief moment, yeah, make an insight check at disadvantage.
I'm literally looking at him through, by the way,
Fuck.
through
Wow.
this like veil of all these embers that are flying around me in my circle.
An insight?
Yeah.
I don't. 8.
It looks like he's yelling.
I just take my hands off my sword and kind of cup my ears and throw my hands up in a wild, no clue, can't hear kind of sign.
And at that, I will turn back to the fire giant. I can barely make it out. All right. Keep on keeping on. I'm going to once again nervously sweep my hand in front of me back into the water. Vescore, and I'm going to cast Blight, and it's got to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Nice.
Constitution saving throw for the fire giant. That is going to be. Oh, that's not good. An 11.
Fails. Hooray!
Nice.
Okay.
Damage. I can do it. All right, I need 8d8.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Whoa.
Pretty good.
Whoa.
Whoa.
4. Half of them are 8.
Did it fail?
Half of them are max.
It failed. It's
It
taking full
failed?
damage.
It failed, yeah.
Oh.
Dang.
Oh my god.
Half of them
How
are
does
max.
one math though?
What are you saying about
I've
not
never.
doing
Hold off
damage
one
yet?
math.
That's a lot.
Oh my god. Okay, so that's 32 plus so 42, 50, 56 points of necrotic
Holy crap.
damage.
Ooh.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
So yeah, as from within, this thing is feeling some let's call it embers of indigestion. You know, just just pouring through its pores, and all these it's almost as though I've opened this void within them, this same rift, and pulled it.
And you can see
out of it.
from within the steam, that orange and yellow glow diminishes just slightly. Next up, Seeker.
I,
Oh, sorry.
with my bonus action, will attack with my spiritual weapon.
Yeah, go for it.
Get it.
And I will roll 2 3s and miss again.
Okay.
Zachariel, I need you to focus up!
Seeker.
I am going to pick up my sword and so when did Timmy come out with us?
No, he did not.
Of course.
Why would
Oh,
he?
Timmy.
Of course, Timmy. I am going to pick up my sword and I am going to. Will this work? Yeah. Sure. But I can't really see the creature. No, that's not gonna work. All right, I'm gonna.
For technical purposes, we can see the creature. We just can't it's just obscured,
Disadvantage,
right?
though, right?
It is obscured, yeah.
But you can. But if the specification for the spell is you can see the creature, then you can.
Yes, you can latch onto it if the spell specifies you need to see the creature. Yes, it's just attack rolls, and anything with an attack roll has disadvantage.
All right, so I'm going to just look at it and say, "Light up," and cast fairy fire. I'm gonna make a 20-foot cube that's just getting the fire giant and not either of us,
Okay.
and light it up purple.
Okay. Now looking within, Kellic and Seeker, you can both perfectly see now the outline of this creature. All right. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a good turn. It's a good turn.
Should have done it before, but it's okay.
It's all right. It's all right.
Next up, Olma. What are you doing?
And I'm gonna put my hands together and throw another chaos bolt, this time at 3rd level,
There we go.
at the fire giant that I can now see.
Okay.
Huzzah.
Make that attack roll.
No.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Now I just feel bad.
The 14 to hit.
No, 14 does not hit.
Bummer.
I want to use a meta magic.
Okay.
I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to do a bonus action spell.
Okay. What spell is that going to be?
It's gonna be another chaos bolt.
Okay.
But the the timing for it is 7. Yep. Is
The timing for it is 7?
What?
I didn't understand that at all.
Made perfect sense to me.
the timing for it is now a bonus action.
Okay. Oh my god.
Get some new dice.
It's like you called your shot.
This is
It's a 7.
It's a 7, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
so
I'm gonna-
2 wild magics.
2 wild magics.
4,
It's okay. It's
Okay.
okay. Still good. No ravens yet.
3.
Wait.
Wild magic goes off.
No.
At least you're up on the building now. Hopefully far
I need
enough
to
away.
put this dice away.
Okay. As you cast this ball, and it misses. You are so you're just getting irritated with yourself at this point. You're really, really not feeling good about yourself.
Okay.
You take
What?
10 points of psychic damage.
Oh.
That's very sad. Yeah.
Sad.
Oh, come on!
Next up, Thessaly.
Okay. So just for clarification, I can't hear anything
You cannot hear
right
anything.
before
Yeah.
the storm giant came in.
Yeah.
But I can see it because it was big. Did I see the action that it took and understood that?
It very clearly attacked the other fire.
Okay,
giants.
just making sure that even though I couldn't hear
Yeah.
anything. Okay. So with a renewed energy, seeing someone else on our side, I am gonna go ahead and go for the short sword again and make another jab. But this time I'm gonna go for the back of the knee. Yeah, it's a 14.
14 does not hit.
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
I'm gonna
jeez.
take my next
Is
extra
it at
attack.
advantage?
Extra attack. Yep.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah. that'll
21.
A 21 hits.
Okay. So I am going to, with all this anger and all this renewed energy, normally the light comes off me in sort of an echo or just a faint luminescence. And this time it almost becomes a wavelength and so it sort of echoes out from me and then goes into the longsword. And as I stab down, I'm going to go ahead and use Divine Smite to do, I'm going to expend a 3rd level spell slot to maximize my
Okay.
Divine Smite.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yes.
That's 14 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
That is 9 points of slashing damage from the longsword.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Flynn.
All right. Can't hear anything, but that's okay. I can see it. And
You
I
can
will. I think. Does it deafen just me? Sorry. That difference everything. Yeah, me and other creatures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bummer, but I am ready, and I bring my finger up and I rub it together, get the pulsing energy as the evocation glows, and I tap quickly once on the sword as I cast Booming Blade, and I'm going to come in with an attack on this giant.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
Y'all, we are having
people.
a terrible time of this.
That'll be 13.
13 does not hit.
Jeez.
All right, and
man.
as a bonus action, as the energy dissipates, I will come in for one last strike as a bonus action.
Wow. This is incredible.
15?
15 does not hit.
Oh.
This is
Yeah,
incredible to
we're
watch.
having a
What's
great-
going on?
We were
that's
not expecting this.
My turn.
Okay.
Really good turn.
Next up.
Thanks, man.
Great
I
stuff.
mean, dude, did
This is-
everything and meta magic.
Hey, we're just
and
getting the
still
low rolls out now, and then it's going to be
That's right.
good rolls.
Yeah. From here on out.
Mhm.
Rest of the campaign.
Manifested.
Okay. Next up, these two fire giants that are currently in combat with the storm giant. Let's see. The one that was impaled by its sword is going to step forward and make an attack with its gigantic axe. It is going to swing as it buries its axe deep into the storm giant's shoulder. And as it yanks it out once more, it's going to move to the other side and swing again. As this time the storm giant just leaps out of the way and the axe just barely swings across his chest, missing him. The next fire giant that was knocked down to the ground is going to... It's prone, so it is going to drive its arm into the ground right next to it and sort of cup the ground beneath, digging out this huge boulder and still laying down on its back, chuck the boulder at the storm giant, which hits him right in the chest, and he sort of staggers back just a little bit. The storm giant, in return,
What does he do?
he
Big Daddy Storm Giant.
Turns
What are you
into a
gonna do?
turns into a raven.
The theme for this.
That's right.
He's going to turn to the fire giant that is directly in front of him. Yeah, he's going to drive his sword into the ground, take a charging stance, and leap forward and tackle this fire giant,
Oh.
Okay.
successfully tackling him to the ground. As he looks towards the other fire giant, yeah, he's going to reach his hand up in the air and make a fist and pull it down
Oh.
as a huge lightning bolt comes down from the sky
Cool.
with a crack
cool.
of thunder,
Very cool.
Yeah.
hitting the fire giant that's laying down on the ground for a lot of damage.
Let's go.
72 points of lightning damage.
Very good.
What?
Wow.
As you can see the electricity surging
Whoa,
through the fire
that
giant's
is a-
body as it like involuntarily twitches from the electricity.
Okay. Cool.
And it's still
Still up, apparently,
alive?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Oh, great.
Um,
I'm so
next
glad
up-
we've had so many rounds of
Yeah,
nothing.
I know, right? Yeah.
Kellic, you see the fire giant in front of you. It was just pushed out of your circle. It's going to move over towards Seeker. And it's going to move out of the range of your weapon if you'd like to make an attack of opportunity.
I don't think I can do that with spiritual
With
weapon.
spiritual weapon? Never mind then. It's going to move over to Seeker. And Seeker, it is going to, with its pickaxe, try and take a couple of swings at you.
Okay.
The first one. Oh man, everyone's rolling low.
Well, for him, that's good.
Yeah, at least
I'm okay with
it's
that,
ubiquitous.
honestly.
That is a 15 to hit.
That hits. Yeah.
Oh, that hits. Okay.
Really?
Oof.
Oh man, because you don't have a shield.
That is going to be 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
I'm sorry, piercing damage. And 10 points of fire damage.
I'm gonna use uncanny dodge to half that. So what was
Okay.
the total?
Oh, I don't have the
It was 11 piercing
11
and then 10 fire. I don't know what how
21.
that works.
So
So 21, so bring it down to 10.
That's awesome. That's huge. That's
Yeah.
so
Wow.
good.
The next swing,
Oh, there's another swing.
Another
now.
Another swing.
Oh, wow.
yeah, that's going to be a
Oh, no.
28 to hit.
Is that
that hits. Yeah.
That's going to be 18 points of piercing damage
What?
Okay.
and 5 points of fire damage.
Oh,
Jeez.
plus yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's the end of its turn. Next up, Kellic.
I will have seen this because I'm watching this. What does your fairy fire look like, Seeker?
It's a purple. It's a purple outline around the.
So I'm just watching this purple outline cut through Seeker.
Yeah.
Or what I could have seen was Seeker previously and before he was enveloped by mist. But I think I get the gist of what's going on over there.
Terror and pain.
You probably do.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use Blight again.
it.
Let's have a Constitution save from the guy.
Okay, Constitution.
They score.
That's a natural 1. So,
Sick, dude.
There we go.
yeah, it's a 7.
Right on, dude. Not as good as the last one, but whatever. Yeah, 29. So yeah, 33.
33, okay.
Points of necrotic damage. Same deal. Ember's just peeling through its pores, coming out from the inside. And then I'll attack. I'll move my spiritual weapon over into its range and attack once again.
Okay.
God, I rolled a 17 on one of them.
It's very fired though now, so you're
it's
not
very
at.
fired.
Oh, it's just a straight roll.
Yeah.
Should I
Great
keep?
roll.
Should I keep that roll?
Keep the 7
Straight roll.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
Sick. So that's a 26.
That hits.
Hey, something worked.
Attaboy, Zachriel! And that is 2d8 plus 5. Nice. Okay. 16 points of slashing damage.
Okay. And as you look into this steam, you attack it with your spiritual weapon, and all of a sudden, doom, doom, as it drops to its knees and face plants right into the dirt.
Yes.
I sort of nod at the spiritual weapon as though it's as though it's Zachriel himself. Just a quiet nod of satisfaction.
All right.
It's my turn.
That's your turn, Seeker.
Thank gods for that. I'm going to try. I don't know what's up with this force field, so I'm going to try and run past Kalik and back through the alley to the main thoroughfare and see what I see.
Can he do that?
I mean, whatever he's abutting me, he's just being pushed away by these embers.
So I'll feel that, and I will run along the building to the next alleyway that I see.
It's not pain so much as like a needling, burning discomfort. It's like that irritation of sunburn.
Oh.
What is that?
Oh.
Okay. Are you dashing or are you running at your normal
So I've
speed?
got my 40. I've got my long strider still, so I'm 40,
that's right.
and then I am gonna dash, and then I'm gonna bonus action dash.
Jeez. Yeah.
Holy moly!
That's
Mobility.
movement.
Yes.
Yes, you're just able to get towards the base of the building that Olma's at.
What is happening? And that's my whole. I can't hear either.
No, none
Okay,
of you.
none of
three.
us can hear
You
that.
can't even hear the fall. The line you were deafened.
All right.
good. So good.
That's funny.
And next up, Fire Giant is going to it's going to take a couple swings at one for Thessaly, one for Flynn. Thessaly is a 24 enough to hit you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll do
Oh,
it.
That
I'll
is
take care of it.
13 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
An additional 4 points of fire damage.
Okay.
As it uses its momentum to then make a second attack at Flynn.
Yeah.
I'm intercepting.
Okay. 25.
That'll hit regardless.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it a physical interception or?
It is a physical. So essentially, what I'm doing is like I'm reaching out in like a block, and I'm using like my longsword or my to sort of glance off the blow or help in any way I can.
Cool.
Okay.
I know it's a really big creature, but like that's what's happening.
Nice.
That's cool.
I mean, even just absorbing some of the force.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean,
So it's a D10 plus 4.
roll high, please.
It is
Say a big number.
Just say as
11.
high a number as you can think of.
reduced by 11.
Yes, that's
Okay.
gonna be so good.
So that is 14 slashing
Mhm.
reduced to 3
Okay.
plus
Good. Really good.
10 points of fire.
It's not very low.
I feel like the fire's going higher.
Will use my reaction to, as I do a similar raise of my hand to block it, as a fist, I raise my hand up, and as it hits, it still strikes me, but some of that energy is like wrapped around my arm and gets like kind of centered onto my evocation tattoo as it glows as I cast Absorb Elements.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at 10, so 5, right?
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Alma.
I feel like the psychic energy of my head just kind of cripples me a little bit, and I drop to my knees and I say, "Not this time!" And I release from my forehead, from the center of my forehead where at one point a third eye grew, but now the pain pinpointed my psychic energy. You see a shimmering beam lance of psychic power that comes out of my forehead to that fire giant, and it needs to make a intelligence saving throw.
Well, it rolled a 2.
All right.
But it's got plus 15 intelligence.
And it's got plus 0, so that's a 2.
So it takes 76
Okay.
psychic damage.
What is this?
76 psychic damage?
7d6.
Yeah. That's what I said.
D6s? If you don't have enough D6s, just roll whatever you got. We don't need the
Oh, no,
we don't need the full
We're
amount.
gonna make sure
We don't need all of them.
We do. Oh.
Okay.
Nice.
16, 18, 18, 22, 25, 26 points of
26.
psychic damage, and it is incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
What?
Yeah, so it's incapacitated
Okay.
for y'all, just for you
Yeah,
guys.
thank you.
Next up,
Because I go first.
Thessaly. You have an incapacitated fire giant.
What
in
does
front
that
of you. What are you doing?
mean?
Because it's just
Okay.
stunned from the psychic damage? Is that how that works?
Still?
Does that give us
Yeah.
advantage?
It's just the psychic damage is just
mean,
short
What
circuited
is
its
the
brain.
incapacitated condition give you?
Condition. It
Trying
is.
to look that up.
It's
Yeah, I
like
don't
being
know.
unconscious. It's like almost
Oh.
like
Do we get, is it like advantage? Or is it like
Can't
crit?
take actions or reactions.
Ooh.
yeah,
Incapacitated. It just can't take actions or reactions.
Yeah.
So that's it.
yeah.
Okay.
It just has no.
Okay, it
So
doesn't
it's
give us.
gonna lose one turn.
That's
But-
fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't give us a bonus to hit it though.
And then point of order, because what round of combat are we on? Because my vow of enmity only lasts so long.
How long does it last?
It lasts a minute, so 6
Yeah, you're good.
rounds. I'm
You're
still good. Okay. All right. I got lost in the sauce for a second. Okay. All right. Seeing that, I'm gonna go for it again and short sword, long sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get it.
Cool.
Be nice to me.
Does a 18 hit?
An 18 hits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. So that's the first strike with the short sword, and I am gonna pour one divine smite into that.
Nice.
So that's just rolled really low. 5 slashing and 4 radiant for that first strike.
1 second. 5 slashing and 4 radiant. Second attack for Thessaly.
Long sword coming around. 21.
21 hits.
Okay.
Nice.
One more divine smite going in there.
Burn them all. It's a fire giant, so don't actually burn, but I'll be here all week.
8 radiant damage. And 5 slashing damage again. And I just want to make sure that I can stay close to Flynn to continue intercepting.
Okay. Next up, Flynn.
I will just do the same thing. I will rub my fingers together, get some of that energy, tap the sword to get the booming blade going, come in for an attack.
Okay.
Okay. 18.
An 18 hits.
Okay. I'm assuming the absorbed fire energy that I absorbed from the attack is not going to do anything to this
That is
creature.
correct. Yeah.
And I won't even roll it then. But I will roll for this. This. And then booming blade does that. Okay. So I come in with the attack. And it does 14 points of piercing.
Okay.
And then 2 points of thunder damage if it takes thunder damage.
Woo-wee.
As I remove the sword, that opening, there's a wound in its leg. I'm assuming is the only thing I can hit. And it's just pulsing with energy. And I will come in for one attack as a bonus action.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Let's go! Natural 20!
Hey,
Hey.
boy.
All right.
Nice.
We're
Okay, so
We're back.
In the game, baby.
okay, so that is 24 plus 4, 28 points of piercing damage because it's the weapon damage plus the max dice, and then I roll.
That's right.
Yep.
28 points of piercing,
Nice.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
Huge crit.
and then
Love it.
I will see that I'm making contact and actually hitting the monster, and it seems to have been taking some hits. So I will almost like feel a surge of energy in my chest as my heart beats a little bit faster, and I go in for an action surge, and I'll do more 2 more.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
will.
Yes.
Okay, 15, that misses.
That misses.
16?
That misses.
No!
Cool.
Good
Yeah.
try.
So good.
Good
It's
try.
It's fine. It's fine. It's not
Natural
cool.
20, 2 misses.
Did good.
All right.
That's my turn.
Next up,
It's the wind. It's messing with me.
two
wind?
fire giants. All right. Let's see. The first fire giant. The storm giant is currently still on top of it as it was tackled. It is going to. Yeah, it's going to attempt to grab its sword and sort of jam it into the side of the storm giant. But it deflects off of the armor and sort of goes up into the sky. Next up, the other fire giant is going to use its movement to stand up and walk over to the fire giant, and it's going to attempt 2 swings at it with its axe. The first one is a natural 1, so it misses as it glances off the armor of the storm giant. And the second one buries deep into the back of the storm giant,
Oh,
No,
no.
dealing 14 points of slashing and 7 points of fire. As the storm giant looks back at these two, what's it going to do? The storm giant is going to reach for its sword that it plunged into the ground and in a reverse grip, swing around and make a slash at the fire giant that's standing up.
Nice.
And in a reverse grip with the sword, completely decapitates the fire giant.
Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
As it drops
Goodness.
to the ground and magma starts spurting out from the neck.
Oh.
There we go.
It is going to then use its second attack. Yeah, it's going to reach down. It's going to drop its sword and reach down and put its hands on either side of this fire giant's face. And with a massive surge of electricity, pump as much lightning into this thing as it
Oh,
possibly
man.
Oh,
Get
that's so
it.
cool.
dealing 62 points of lightning damage. As the fire giant is sort of facing away from everyone, you can just see the storm giant hunched over them, pumping lightning into this fire giant's head, and all of you can see like the legs and the feet underneath begin like jolting around and moving, and all of a sudden fall completely limp.
Oh, my.
Nice.
Next up, Kellic.
All right. Can I see how Seeker's doing?
He dashed past you.
Oh, right.
You didn't even get a
Right,
chance
right.
to look
Okay.
at him.
All right. I'm gonna follow, or I'm gonna go the way I came. I'm confident there's no bodies in this rubble next to me, right? From my
Yes.
previous. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, with a quick check on that, double check. I'm just gonna turn right around, spin around the corner, and I see Seeker, and in the distance, everybody else. And just beyond them, a fire giant, and just beyond the fire giant, a storm giant, and 2 fire giants.
Correct.
All right. I'm gonna. Oh man, I'm gonna have to drag this thing with me. I'm gonna bonus action move the sword the spiritual weapon in the way that Seeker went,
Okay.
forward. And it only goes 20 feet.
Okay. Doesn't move very far.
And then I'm going to... how far away is Seeker from me?
50 feet.
50 feet. Okay. Well, then I can't do anything. I'm going to use my action to dash to
Okay.
catch up to him.
You already dashed in order to get to
Oh, wow.
around
Just
the building.
that far?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, then that's it. Then that's my turn.
Okay. Next up, Seeker.
I'm gonna run up to the right of Thessaly and have with my short sword out in a maneuver that's similar to things that we've done in the past, Des, but opposite to what you're used to. Just the little guys in the way. I am going to definitely move as if I know what your next motion is going to be, and I'm going to attack this with my short sword.
Okay.
Get it.
Make an attack roll.
Oh, yeah. Get it.
Do some of that short sword
There we go.
stuff.
Add stuff to it.
17.
17 does not hit.
No!
Come on!
What?
Oh my god.
Oh, that's high.
It's high.
That's high.
And I'm going to curse in Elvish. And I'm going
I heard
to...
that!
Yeah, I
Oh, yeah, my
I don't
hearing's back.
recognize.
My
I
hearing's
don't.
back, 'cause
No,
I
now
did
you're
two.
within
I
the,
did- Oh.
Yeah, so it's...
Oh,
Yeah.
What would that look like when I...
What looks like?
is there
It's
a
like a
little
bunch
So
of
there's
swirl-
just
it's
a
just a bunch of
swirling wind, like
Yeah.
almost like a mini tornado just around us of just everything getting picked up, the dust getting picked up and just getting blown away and just keeping this area clear.
How much more movement do I have? Because I would like to bonus disengage and keep going past this fire giant
It
towards
is
like where the
difficult
storm giant.
terrain.
Wind is.
The
Oh.
wind is.
Okay, then
So-
you wouldn't be able
Then I'm
to do
done.
that.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Then I will bonus hide behind my good friend Des.
Okay.
Yeah.
The fire giant has no turn.
Hey,
Alma.
That's huge.
Yup.
That's
What are you
so
doing?
good.
Huh? My head feels better. Oh, I
Gave it
didn't.
all to him.
1 second. I didn't wild magic.
Sorry, man.
Oh, yeah, let's do the wild magic.
3.
Okay,
Okay, we're good.
we're good.
Again. I'm gonna.
Pump all this. Love
I'm
it. I
gonna
love it.
try very hard again to do a level 3 chaos bolts
Okay.
because that's all I can do. Yay!
Hey, what are we cheering?
22 to hit.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Go, dude.
Get it.
Figure
Finally.
ahead.
I just have
Yeah,
to
there
do
it
my
is.
head. Yeah.
Just don't be fire damage.
Oh.
Gosh.
It's random.
Yeah, it's random.
It's
Oh,
not well. It's not totally. Yeah, it's a random table, but yeah,
Okay.
but it's based on the dice.
Okay.
Yeah. It is. You know what? I feel so happy to see this storm giant fighting with us. I'm gonna choose some lightning damage.
Okay.
I'm so inspired. I'm not inspired. It's just as I'm pulling that warbling mass together, I've recently seen the storm giant spurt that lightning, and that is kind of like roaming around in my brain as I throw this circling mass towards the fire giant, and it is like streaking with blue energy as it hits for 20 points of lightning damage.
Okay. And in a very similar fashion, all of its muscles tense and relax as it falls to the side.
Yeah!
Finally hit. Finally killed.
What's that?
And
Wild
that's
magic?
15.
Okay.
Turns back to
Everyone is now out of initiative.
Whoa.
I collapse, laying on my back on the roof.
Okay.
Is it still deaf or does that end as well?
As I see it fall, I will let the concentration go away as the wind kind of disapparates. And I'll slump it down and kind of just sit.
my barrier of embers like slowly swirls back into my heart. So it coils inward.
I go to like one knee, and for the amount of time that like Seeker has known me, I look, for lack of a better term, like
more normal. Like I don't look at like there's not that glow. There's not like there's almost like a flicker for a second, and I just like go to one knee.
Is everyone all right up there?
And I'm running up.
More or less.
All right, being a relative term.
What is that? And I'll
Don't
look up
hurt.
at the storm giant that's just murdered 2 fire giants.
Don't hurt.
What is it doing?
Don't hurt the big giant.
It props one of its feet up and sort of uses its knee to like put all of its weight on and like press itself up into a standing position. Walks over, grabs its sword, puts it back behind its back, and you can see it then put its hand sort of towards its side where the axe was buried into it, and you can see that there's like this blue gel coming out of it where his wound is. As he sort of like
He's got a boop.
puts his hand there. He turns around and he looks towards all of you, and not speaking, but looks to all of you and sort of raises his hands up and sort of puts them together, clasps them together, and does like a little half bow towards you.
And I'll reach out my hand. Hi, I'm Flynn Falloway.
Don't you dare say that you're from the Iron Light Collective.
I don't have the strength.
I would like, if everybody's around, seeing Thess looking hurt, knowing I'm hurt, I'm going to just say, I'm going to say something. I'm going to say, Anta Sira, and put a prayer of healing into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of us. Did you walk up? Did Kalek walk up?
I did, yeah.
And the storm giant.
Heyo.
Okay.
Nice, that's a good
That's very
idea.
kind of
So
you.
I gotta roll 2d8. Is that right? Yeah.
While this is happening, I'm gonna get up and stand on the roof. How close am I to the fire giant's face if I'm on the roof?
The fire giant or the storm giant?
Storm giant.
You're at about waist height.
Hi.
Everybody gets 16 point
Nice.
healing.
Dean, as far as the seeing this TM as he's healing the fire giant, I'd like to also join him in that and throw in a
Okay.
healing word, just because it's a rather large wound.
Yeah.
Even for as large a beast as he is.
I'm gonna look up at the giant and go, seems like you are in very capable hands. And then I am going to immediately start walking towards the building I saw suffer any kind of damage. And I want to wander within my vicinity and just start finding civilians. I'm going to do healing hands. I'm going to do my lay on. I will expend everything if I have to.
So this would be, as it comes all around all of you, it's like so it's like a purple flame, but the flame swims almost like a plasma. And it surrounds you, and it surrounds the wound, and it swims, and it feels cold. It doesn't feel warm, and but like nice.
And within that plasma is a dirty, musty ash. As this on the giant, it's kind of like the stitching in between the sort of soft gel of plasma.
And as the storm giant takes this, it kneels down to both of you. And just putting its knee on the ground, like, boom, shakes the foundations.
Yeah.
And it reaches its hand out. And on one of its hands, it's wearing like this leather strap, almost as a ring. And you can see it sort of unclick the strap. Puts its ring down on the ground. And as it puts it down on the ground, it's probably about the size of a belt for you guys, but lays it down on the ground, gives both of you a nod once more, turns around, walks towards the 2 fire giants that it slayed, grabs both of them by the ankle, and begins dragging them off into the distance. As he does, you see all of a sudden he's walking step by step, dragging these 2 fire giants by the ankles. Step by step. Then all of a sudden, one step is further up in the air. The rain itself seems to have coalesced into a step. and it takes one more step up and up and up. As it's walking on the rain, it takes steps further and further and further, and soon enough disappears into the clouds.
What? Yeah. Wait. I look at Seeker. What's that?
I don't know.
What in all of the realms that the light shines upon? What just happened? Oh, what's going on here?
I really don't know.
What did Marstok do to the fire giants, and then why did... And as I'm sort of trying to piece this together, I'll approach and I'll pick up this ring that he put on the ground.
Yeah.
Does it have any identifying markers on it?
As soon as you pick it up and you touch it, it seems like simple enough. For him, it was a ring. For you, it would definitely be a belt. But it's got a metal clasp in the back, and all along the sides, it's got this like... It almost looks like a clear gel, but it's a little bit more solid. It's almost like an opaque and flexible glass. And within that, you can see all these sparks of blue electricity.
Ooh.
That's something else.
We'll have to figure out what that is in a moment.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
I'm going to look after where Thessaly went. Does she seem overwhelmed with the task of taking care of people?
In the same way that like some people just go into this like automatic state. That's where I'm at right now, and I like you can feel the tire dripping off of me, but I'm just going like placing hands on people, introducing myself, and allowing like healing wherever I can, and it's just very automated movement.
And as you're walking around, it seems for the most part that you distracted the fire giants soon enough to where no major injuries occurred. The building that Kellic was around the back of that had completely collapsed. You don't see anyone there. But the building that was sort of in that central area, part of that collapsed.
Yeah.
And you just walked up. You had to help lift a beam off of someone's leg.
Can do.
And apply a little bit of quick healing. But besides that, no one seems to have any major injuries. You all seem to distract the fire giants quick enough that they didn't do too much damage to the buildings.
I just like sink relief as soon as I'm done healing and like that person is out of danger. I sink relief down to the floor and I go, whew, what a day.
Already I'm seeing the advantages of having you join up with us, Seeker.
Yes, I'm seeing new things already myself.
Hey, Flynn!
I'm down here.
Yeah, you're the
hang on the ground.
monster hunter, right? And I kind of like approach him and extend a hand to help him up.
Yeah. Well, what's up?
What do you make of all this?
I mean, I hunt them. I don't study them. I guess that's kind of the same thing. I'll pull my book out.
Okay.
And I'll go through I took notes on like their... from what I remember in the mines, I took some notes, and I guess I'll also take some time to just add stuff to it. But I don't know if would I know anything about them from training? Would they have taught me anything
Not
about
specifically,
giants?
no.
I mean, whenever basically how it goes is I write stuff down when I encounter it, and I write down their weaknesses. I write down habits and things like that, but I don't really write down reasonings. A lot of monsters and creatures, I don't focus on like that stuff unless I see it. I mean, we can ask around, but
it would appear that storm giants don't like fire giants.
Yeah, I'm definitely writing that down as I write that down.
I'm gonna go deal with the corpse I left back there. And I just like turn and head to go.
And as you're heading in that direction, you see Timmy walk out of Hayfried's house, and he has like this huge cast iron cauldron that he's like struggling to wrap his arms around, and he's like waddling over in the same direction that you are.
Hey, Timmy.
Hey.
Don't hurt yourself there.
Hayfried wanted me to collect some samples, so.
Samples of what?
Anything I could get my hands on. I grabbed this. If they're, bleeding at all, he said the magma blood could come in handy, so I'm gonna grab some in here.
Well, wear gloves.
I didn't think of that.
Oh, Timmy.
Good idea. And he puts the cauldron down, and he runs back into Hayfried's. And a moment later, he runs back out, grabs the cauldron again, and as you two are walking over, you can see that there is, in fact, from the wounds that you created on this creature, there is some lava spewing out of it, and Timmy goes over and he puts this cast iron cauldron underneath as the blood coalesces into the bowl.
And with as much generosity as I can toward his process, allowing for that, I'm going to set to work deteriorating this thing into ash.
Okay.
I would like to go over to Des. Des,
Yeah.
how are you? You look
I don't think
flush.
I've been that drained in quite some time. Interesting is an understatement when you were talking about your friends. You need to be more specific next time you give me descriptions, okay? But also, you can still hide behind me anytime.
Thank you. In fairness, you are stronger than me. In fairness,
Yeah.
This was not something I anticipated when I brought you here. That this was apparently we are into some new territory.
Yeah.
I'm glad you were here.
I'm glad you were here. I was a little worried. I lost sight of you there for a second. So
You can handle yourself. I know you were okay.
I was worried about you.
Me, I was. Yes, you should. I was. This was.
No, don't say that. And I just sort of put my hand to my face and rub my palms into my eyes. And I'm like, I don't want to have to worry about you more than Okay.
Well, I thought you were going to go that way, and then you went the other way.
Well, did you see what was happening down the street? Okay, so that was why I went that way, and I'm just going to make sure that if I can't be next to you, that Kellic can be next to you. We'll have to have that conversation later.
I thought we were running that play from. Remember a couple of years ago when we go one, I'm in the front and you're in the back.
I knew the play. I panicked, but I knew what you were. But then I saw it shook an entire building. You didn't see what I saw. It's fine. We'll work on it.
You both did great. As I see you just laying on the ground.
I stick my head out from the top of the window. Flynn,
What?
I was a bird.
You were a raven.
I was a bird.
How?
I don't know. It just happened. But I don't have wings anymore. And I don't know how to make them happen. And now I'm on the roof.
Olma, do you need any assistance getting down? And I'm gonna walk over and sort of hold my hands out, if she needs to jump.
Do I see any scaffolding or window ledges or anything on from the roof down?
Not at the moment, no.
I think I got it, and I'm gonna how long is the alleyway between buildings?
It's no more than 7-8 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do a little leapy loo, and
The old leapy loo.
The old leafy loo.
Classic.
And
Yeah.
and leap off the building that I'm on from the roof to the adjacent one slightly down, and then kind of back and forth as I try and get my way down safely.
Okay, make an acrobatics check.
Cocked. 13.
13. Yeah, you make it down to the ground. You stumble a little bit, but you're there.
Careful.
Ah.
You don't have wings anymore.
What's that?
I'm so confused.
Thanks for understanding me when I had a beak.
It took me a minute, but we should probably find Xavier or tell him about this, because I've never seen that happen.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes things just happen.
Okay, well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's something in the book that, I don't know. We'll figure it
I
out.
need to talk to Hayfree because I was doing his meditations and they just like didn't work at all.
Is there are we gonna regroup and like can we go back into the goop? I need to
Let's
lie
go
down.
back. I need to lie down as well.
I could use sleep. Yes.
What?
All right.
Is it like nighttime now? Does it seem like it's been or is it just like midday?
It's nighttime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nighttime at this point. It's completely dark with the storm clouds above you. It's fairly dark.
Okay, I'm gonna lean on Flynn as we walk back, and I'm just gonna look to him and say, I think let's find Shry. I think we need him. This is a lot.
Yeah,
Let's go get him.
let's just have him be the only bird in the party.
Yeah, well, I can't really have any control over that, can
Well,
I?
hopefully we'll figure that out, too. There's got to be something in one of those books in Hayfree's goopy void.
I don't need books.
They help.
Books are boring.
Ow, my tattoo. Careful. Ow,
Oh.
it still hurts.
Well, I'm not the one who got them. You are, so you have to deal with the pain.
Hey, be nice to me, okay?
I will be nice to Flynn.
As we walk.
And with that, as you are all heading back into Hayfried's home and into the void, you all just off in the distance hear a light crack of thunder, and that is where we're going to end today's episode. We're going to call it right there. Thank you all so much for listening,
Oh
and we
my
can't wait to
gosh.
see you all again next week.
We have
Bye,
storm-
nerds.
We have storm giant friends.
Storm giant friends.
Bye.
Bye, nerds. Hey, nerds. If you're liking what you're hearing, please like, share, and subscribe. You can head over to YouTube and subscribe to Venturefort's YouTube channel. Who would have thought? We got one. Click that subscribe button and give us that sweet, sweet validation. Bye, nerds.